Hi everyone, Jason Schleifer here from Nimble Collective. I've been playing around with Harmony 15 and have been just working out a very fun and interesting way of doing or simulating IK using the two-point constraint. I want to show you how I mocked it up. What you can see here is the lamp where I can grab the head, I can rotate it and move it around, do all sorts of fun stuff like that, and I can also grab the base and do the same thing. The cool thing about this is it keeps the base super solid and keeps the top of the lamp super solid while I animate it. It makes it very fun to work on. So I want to show you how I kind of figured out how to do this and a quick way of setting it up. So if I just go ahead and activate this, you can see the circle. Let me disable those guys just really quick. So the two-point constraint allows you to basically connect a couple of pegs and squash and stretch things. We're going to go ahead and call this top peg like that. And let's go ahead and create another one right here. And we'll just connect that over there. And this is going to be our bottom peg. And then what we want to do is place the pivot for these things where they need to be. So I'm going to place it over there, and we'll take the bottom one and we'll place it here. Now, when we do that, we get the ability to basically grab these things and squash and stretch. You can see what it does to the ball. So this is super fun. I can grab the top, I can grab the bottom and move them around. So I was playing around with this and I realized that if you were to sort of track a point over on the side, you can make this act like IK. So if I turn on this little drawing here, what you'll see is I've got basically a little simulated IK chain. I can go ahead and connect those. And then if I grab the top of this peg and move this, you can see that that arm sort of acts a little bit like IK. Let me go ahead and hide the circle here. And now we'll just grab the top and move this around, And you sort of get this kind of IK feel where it feels a little bit like an elbow or like a knee. It doesn't quite work exactly how an IK would, but you can sort of simulate it. And then as I grab these things around, I start getting more and more squashing and stretching. So I was playing around with this and I thought, oh, that'd be really interesting to try and see if I can figure out how to make that work with an actual IK rig. And so that's kind of what I have going on over here. If you look in on the lamp, I've got this top piece over here, which I can move around, which is essentially just the lamp head. Its pivot is based right here in the middle, so I can rotate like that. I've also got the base, which is right here. I can move that around. If I take the pivot point and I put it here, I can actually rotate around that point, which is really neat. But then I also found that if you stretch too far, the way that two-point constraint works is it sort of accelerates when you get that too close here. You notice how the elbow or this little pivot here sort of accelerates out. So I wanted to be able to really control that. And also thought maybe it'd be cool to be able to have the knee or elbow or whatever face the other direction. So I also have my little elbow control here, which allows me to move this around. And that just sort of positions it over to the other side, or I can, if I move this down and it gets too tough, I can take this and just sort of readjust it as I need to. So it's pretty fun to move this thing around, and let's go ahead and see what it would be like to animate with it. So got my time. Oh, the other thing I did is I made it so I couldn't select anything I couldn't animate. So notice as I drag around, the only thing that is pickable is the stuff that I can actually animate. So I can't select that lower area. I can only select the base, the head, and the elbow. Let's animate a little jump or something here. So I'm going to select these guys, and let's just move everything over to the side. And we'll go ahead and jump ahead a few frames, turn on onion skin. And so we're going to, let's just compress this down here. So we got that, and maybe this frame, we're going to start the move. We want to get a little bit of an arc, and then we're going to come down a little bit more, like that. And then let's do a compress. And there we go. We've got a little jump. So super fun. Neat little rig to play around with. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks very much.